Welcome back to another episode of Let's Chat Podcast, y'all. I am your host, JoJo.
And I'm Dayra.
Ooh.
What's poppin', y'all?
First of all, I know for a fact that you can see my legs right now, so you definitely see me wearing
her pajamas.
Halloween pajama pants.
Because you know what? Because
sure.
it's 11 p.m. right now.
We had to get this, podcast recorded for y'all real quick.
How dirty are my glasses?
I mean...
I could just tell they're dirty as hell. Lately, I changed to daily contacts, but I'm changing back to regular contacts because daily contacts are way too expensive.
Oh, I'm like, what's the difference? I don't know. I don't wear
dailies,
glasses.
Literally, you put it on and then you throw it out. But if I put it on for 3 hours, like, that's a waste of money.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like... And people be reusing it, but it's like, I don't even got the case. I don't even have the water anymore. Like, I threw that shit out.
She literally leaves her fucking...
My dailies?
She leaves her contacts. Yo, when I tell you, I don't know if I said it here before, but I definitely made a TikTok video about it. This girl literally takes her fucking lenses out and she'll leave them anywhere. Anywhere. Like, you would literally think she took lashes off and left them anywhere. Like, no. She leaves contacts everywhere. And then next thing you know, sitting somewhere all stuck and crunchy. And I'm like, this a little raunchy.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just too lazy to get up and throw them out. They're like so little and clear.
I'm like, don't people who wear contacts just throw this shit in like water or something?
Yeah, that's if you don't wear dailies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now I'm going back to the regulars because, like I said, like, they're too expensive and I'm sick of it.
I'm sure that'll be your next thing on your list to get done is like LASIK eye surgery or some shit. So you can see better.
I do. Yeah, if I had money like that,
dead.
I would just get LASIK and
call it a day.
And call it a day. Like, like my brother-in-law did it. He said the surgery was like 30 seconds. Literally, they like burn your eye with some machine.
That's crazy.
And then next thing you know, you have to wear this thing.
But like, how does that help?
I don't know, girl. I'm not a doctor, but it is a little scary though. I've seen some videos on TikTok of people saying that they've had like bad side effects and like migraines, and I already suffer from migraines. So it is something that I'm a little scared about, but it's like, it's not that crazy. I'm okay with the glasses. It is what it is. But yeah, we've been away. There's been so much that has happened, I feel like. And sometimes I'm like, did we talk about that in the podcast? But one thing I know we didn't talk about, obviously, is Hurricane Milton. Like, first of all, such an ugly name. Like, I'm sorry if your kid is named Milton or something, but I was like, damn, like, they really love giving these hurricanes some crazy names. But it did hit Florida, specifically like in the Tampa, Sarasota area. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well and things didn't really get too crazy for you guys. My sister lives in Tampa. Fortunately, she wasn't there during the hurricane because they're traveling. But I know that people lost power and I only see what's on TikTok, but it did destroy like a lot of people's businesses and homes and things like that. So
yeah, honestly, I couldn't do it.
Oh, really? You don't want to move to Florida?
It would really like scared the fuck out of me.
Really?
Honestly, we were supposed to move to Florida. My mom had a whole thing set up back when we was younger.
Really?
She was gonna move to Florida. She was like, at that time, like, my parents had split up. Eventually they got back together, but when we was younger, they had split up, and she was ready to go move to Florida. She didn't want to be in Jersey anymore, but
your mom, first of all, is so hot in Florida. I know how
she would have been over the shits.
She would have came back.
Probably. But
she like cold weather is literally for her.
It literally was a plan. Like, she had it set up and everything, and
she loves fall. She loves Halloween. Like, it just doesn't hit the same,
Yeah, but it gets cold in Florida.
No, it gets cold. I live there, but
it's hot. It's hot.
There's no fall leaves.
Girl, don't nobody care about them leaves.
Oh no, it's cute. Yeah, I was in Florida when Hurricane Irma was there. And I worked at FIU, and we had to or I lived where I work, and we had to sleep in sleeping bags in the hallways for like 3 days. And I hated it. And the hurricane wasn't even that bad, honestly.
Yeah, that's wild.
So I can only imagine when it's like a category 3, 4, or 5 or anything like that. And you have to like go evacuate. Like people be like, "Oh, why didn't you leave?" But it's like it's not that easy for people, like
To just
transportation
go.
wise. Um, yeah, like it's just really not that easy. And then I think what was really messed up was the fact that the airlines like raised the prices for people to get out of Florida. So like the tickets were like over $1,000 just to literally leave. So people obviously couldn't leave. So yeah, it's tragic. But hopefully you guys are doing well. What else happened?
Your birthday. Give them your birthday
Really? I
update.
thought I told them. Are you sure?
Yeah, girl. The last one we recorded, it wasn't your birthday weekend. Well, your birthday had passed already, but we didn't celebrate.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, we celebrated my birthday. I really thought we talked about this, but Jojo surprised me and I was really actually surprised. And I'm not somebody who gets surprised because I feel like I always kind of put two and two together. But she like so the first night was Friday and she did like a I guess like a dinner with my friends in this place in this restaurant over here in North Jersey that's pretty lit. And she was like, "Yes, it's gonna be me, you, your sister Lily, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Okay, cool, like love y'all, let's do this again, let's chill again because we're always
I'm
chilling."
crying.
And then I get there and there's like way more people, so I was very surprised. um like my mouth was open. I was like, what are y'all doing here? But that was cute. I like that. And then we spent the weekend in New York. We went to Lips. We talked about Lips before. It's a drag show and it's brunch, so you get unlimited mimosas and they do like a performance, a bunch of performances, and it's honestly like 2 to 3 hours long, so it's lit. um we loved our server. She was really really nice, really cool. She started following us on Instagram, and we were actually there for my best friend's birthday, but it kind of felt like a celebration for us too. And then we stayed at this really cool hotel, really bougie, loved it. And then we went to go visit Gio and her girlfriend, and that
Yeah.
was cool because they work at this really nice jewelry store. So that was like a plus because I've been telling Jojo like we should go, we should go. So that was nice, and they got us some gifts, which was really kind of them.
I really love them.
Yeah. And then we went on this brunch cruise thingy, and that was cute. It was raining like crazy. Number one.
Like really, really know how to blow my shit.
Obviously, we were indoors, so it didn't matter. But like to see the view and stuff, it was a little rainy, but it was cute. Food was good. Also, unlimited mimosas, and yeah, that was cute. It was a lot going on, but it was nice. I loved it.
Period.
And the weekend after that, it was my mom's surprise birthday party, and that was also a success. Um, so many birthdays, literally
I'm about
back
to
to
say,
back.
honestly, it had been no chill. Like when it came to celebrating her birthday weekend, it was almost like we didn't want to do it. And I told her, I was like, girl, I don't know what you need to do. Go take a shower, sit in the corner, and find yourself. But you need to gather your shit together because it's time to celebrate your birthday, even though you wasn't here for your birthday.
Yeah, I
So
know.
suck
I
it
was
up.
like, oh Lord,
Yeah,
going out again.
for real.
No, but it was nice. I enjoyed it. I feel like you kind of have to do those things though. I feel like as you get older, you just get busier, but we still had a good time.
Yeah. I feel like obviously I hate to always have to reiterate it here, but we always really are busy. And I feel like nowadays it's becoming a different type of busy.
And I really don't understand why. But I also feel like we're trying to prioritize our mental health, our relationship, and now like our physical health too.
Yeah.
So like you gotta make time to go to your gym and go to the gym classes and things like that.
I be
So
feeling like shit because it's like obviously we've gone to the whole bi-weekly thing, but I be feeling bad because I'm like, damn, like I almost kind of feel like we're in our fading era right now.
same.
So, and it's sad, but at the same time, nah, it's just sad. I'm not gonna say at the same time. It's just sad. But cause you know,
But we have been trying to be more intentional with like creating content, just like in general.
yeah,
But creating content is very different from having a podcast.
right,
Um, because there's so many influencers out there, so many content creators, and you only see 30 seconds of what they post, or you only see like the voiceovers and the lip sync and like, you know, the transitions and things like that, but you don't really see like what they're thinking, like what they're struggling with, their opinion on certain things. So I feel like that is just like completely different. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people fuck with it or if people are just like, oh,
yeah.
I'm liking it because I support their podcast already. Um, but yeah,
I feel like even though we're semi-absent right here with this platform, I think we just try to be present on our other platforms, so we're not leaving you guys completely high and dry where you don't see us, and you know we're not like super absent. So I hope that you know that is kind of almost playing the part for you guys, but you know we'll get back to it. I mean I think we're gonna find our footing again, and we'll come back in a better and different way, if
I
that
hope
makes
so.
sense.
I
Um,
hope so. I don't know. Like lately, I've been feeling like, how do you say, like, I don't even know if there's a word for it, like demotivated, like just not
yeah.
as motivated as I usually feel. And I don't know if it's because right now I have my period or whatever the case is, but it's just like there's so many, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's just like, like, what is life?
Yeah. I don't know. I can't explain it either because I feel like it's a weird thing for me too. Like we were literally just talking about it. Like not that like we're in such a shitty state, but it's just like that sense of motivation I guess isn't there. But I think that our motivation is clouded by our other responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
I just thank you guys for still like popping in when you can, and like you know every time we do release a new video or you know a pod episode, you guys are like, oh, I missed y'all, I'm so like happy to hear from y'all. You guys do deserve that time and space away
Mm-hmm.
from the platform. Like take care of y'all first. So I love that, and I
Yeah.
thank you guys for like reassuring us and telling us those things because you know sometimes we do forget to take care of ourselves.
Right.
So thank you. And we
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah. And I hope we don't sound like a broken record when we come on here and just talk about the same things. Cause
Yeah.
there's certain podcasts where I listen to, and sometimes the person is complaining about the same thing in every episode. And I'm like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like always complaining about their job and always complaining about this. And I'm like, damn. Um, but that's life, right? This is life. I mean,
I
I feel like this is the thing. Like, I feel like we're so used to seeing this curated shit on social media. People are just having a good time, including
mm-hmm.
including us, because we post content. And you know, if you don't listen to a podcast, you would think these girls are always doing something. You know, like WNBA game, and they're in the city, and they're doing brunch, and they're doing this, and you know, like it seems like you're doing a lot, but at the same time, it's like we may be doing a lot, but we're also working a lot too.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but I forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, so why didn't they tell me that having a dog is so tragic?
You hear her talking shit now,
And
huh?
I only say that because like um I didn't know it was really hard for people to with dogs to like find somewhere where they accept dogs and they're willingly like pet friendly. It's not like you're begging or talking about my dog's an emotional support animal type shit. But yeah, it's crazy when you have a dog. And then we're also in the process of changing our dog's food because their diet is like, I don't know, like I did research literally for a whole day to find out what is a good, affordable, dog diet. And the shit that I was finding, it was like $100 a bag. And I was like, bueno, I don't know about that. But yeah, it's crazy. But we received an email, and do you want to start with this first?
Yeah, go for
Okay. And we also have, hold on, because I'm gonna read two of them, but we received an email as well. We're just catching up, y'all. I know some people have submitted some questions too, but we try to get to at least two each episode.
Before we get to that real quick though, can we talk about how New York is in the playoffs right now? The women's
the
Liberty
WNBA
team
Liberty
are in the
girls.
motherfucking playoffs right now, and I'm gassed. I fuck with New York and Las Vegas, and I really, really, really wanted to go see the Aces play this year when they had came and played New York, but it just didn't happen. So I was like, I don't know. I mean, it sucks, but whatever. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Whoever got season passes, can you add me to your list? Can you like get me a pass too? Because I was looking at them and they look crazy right now. Like
they look nuts.
I'm not gonna get them.
They look nuts. I was like, Diablo.
But super sad to see the Aces go, but so gassed that New York won, and now we're in the playoffs with Minnesota. And I at least want to see one game, and it's looking like that's gonna be the last game if they get to game 5, hopefully. But if you guys know anywhere out here in the New Jersey, New York area that does watch parties or whatever, because
Brooklyn.
but
like, can we find somewhere in Jersey actually?
Yeah, okay, Jersey,
like
whatever.
Jersey, because
that actually plays women's sports. Because we had to call bars to see if they were playing. Oh my game,
God. Right? Wait. Let's tell them about this fucking thing. All right. So we were like, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch the game. Cool. We get to Buffalo Wild Wings. It was like a Buffalo Wild Wings where you like just pick up your food and go.
Grab and go. I
said, what is this? I've never seen this in my life. So I'm like, oh, okay, I know this bar that's close by. We go to the bar. But before we go to the bar, I called them and I said, hey, are you guys playing the WNBA game? And the girl was like, yeah. It's a Sunday, mind you. They do the football Sundays everywhere. So I'm like, all right, I get there. I'm looking at all the screens. I don't see the game. I said, are y'all playing the WNBA game? She was like, I could play it. And I said, cool. Everything was perfect. Yeah. Like, music was good, food was good. We got a little ass TV. It looked like an iPad, and that's fine. We're the only ones who are watching the WNBA game. Everybody else is watching the football game.
Yeah,
everything was fine. And then a minute before the game ended, they turned off the TV for us. Well, they put a different
channel
to a podcast it was like baseball podcast.
It was like a sports podcast or some
like
shit.
First of all, you can't hear that, so why would you even change it to that? And you see that we're watching it, so why would you change it? And we're the only ones here watching it, and we're still here.
Yeah, like we had already been there for like the last 2 hours. We were eating,
and yeah, we ordered multiple drinks. We ordered, like, we're not just sitting here.
Yeah, so it was just so weird because it was like
bad.
Nobody, we're in a sea full of people here to watch the football game, so I'm sure we're not being a disturbance at all. Like, it was just weird, and I don't know if it was by accident or if it was legitimately on purpose. So it's literally down to like the last minute and a half, and I'm in the middle of like watching it, and I'm like in motion. And the next thing you know, it just changes. So I'm like, oh my God, they just changed it. Oh my God. So I go to the hostess and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm sorry to bother you. There's like a minute left in this game. Can y'all put it back? The hostess goes, that, my manager, blah, blah, he's back there. Like the manager changed it type shit. And I'm like, okay, so who's the manager? She's like, she don't know where he at. So our waitress comes. We ask him. We ask her. I'm like, hey, listen, they just changed it. It's like a minute left in this game. Can you please like tell them to put it back? She's like, oh, my manager. Okay. So who is the
So
manager?
nobody knows who changed the channel and if we could change it back. Mind you, time is ticking.
Yeah,
Like
big sick, big sick. So
what?
the I don't know if he was considered security, but he was sitting by the door checking IDs. So I'm like, okay. So he comes walking down, and I'm like, is he supposed to be the manager? Because I'm a little confused. Anyway, I think he ended up having like the iPad that changes the channels and shit, and he kind of had an attitude about it, like, oh,
No,
that's
he
your,
had a big
basically
attitude.
like blaming it on the host. At least that's what it sounded like to me. It was like, oh, that's your fault. Like, don't take channel requests no more.
Like, how is that her fault? Like, it's like we've been here the whole time,
But
and
like
there's
that's
a,
just weird because
but
it's
it's
like
like
it was a minute and a half left and you just change it.
right.
Like you still see me sitting here watching it and you just change, like it's this little ass TV. Nobody watching this TV.
And I called in advance asking y'all, and you said yes, we're playing it. So then I get there, and you're like, I could put it. Okay, cool, that's fine. But it's like,
Yeah.
I know nobody requested that damn podcast. Number one, and if you know anything, like look at the screen, and you see like, oh, there's a minute left. Okay,
Like
I'll wait.
let them rock
Like,
out,
come
you
on,
know?
like that shit pissed me off because I just feel like there was just like no respect, and I'm like, we're literally customers here
She walked
too.
out.
I
She
walked
walked
out. I was
out.
pissed. I said, all right, I'm out of here because what am
Yeah.
I doing here?
Nonetheless, though, they did end up changing it back, and I got to watch the last minute, and luckily, I saw Liberty win.
They got a review from me because I didn't like that. I don't care. Like, what the fuck?
She stayed writing
Like,
reviews.
I don't care. Like, everything was good and dandy. And then I just didn't like his attitude. Like, just change it back. How about that? Oh, man. But yeah, they're on fire. They're getting a lot of attention, which is cool because I feel like women's sports were like ignored for a very long time, and now it's like people are waking up. Um, Apparently there's this bar, and right after we were complaining about that, whatever, I had posted something, and someone said that there's this bar in Portland called Sports Bra,
I know that's pretty
and
lit.
that's pretty cool, and they play women's sports, and apparently they're gonna start opening more up. And we live close to New York, so I feel like there
Yeah,
has
it
to
would make
be,
sense to be out here.
yeah, there has to be
There's
either
an
one New
there's
Jersey
another
or New
one they
York.
were just saying it, they have put it in the comments too.
Hmm.
There's one in California or something that just
Yeah,
opened up, all women's only,
right.
or I don't know if it's women's only, but I know it's a women's sports bar.
Yeah,
So that's pretty dope. I love to see that.
yeah.
Women watch sports too, you heard? It's not to say just, oh, they just watch women's sports. No, but we'd like to see more women's sports.
Yeah, I mean, they never play it, so.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
All right, now that we wasted 26 minutes of y'all time, we'll get into it.
Yeah, well, so we're going to do things a little bit different here. We're going to start with the fan meeting, but this one was an email. So I'll read it. It says, me and my girlfriend were together for almost 6 years. She broke up with me 3 weeks after my father passed away. I was married to a guy when we first got together, and I was dealing with my divorce and my kids since I couldn't be fully there for her. She had a friend over all the time and didn't work in the US at all. Until this day, she blames me why our relationship didn't work out, and every time we have problems, she would break up with me, but still be in my face. Hold on. I'm very I'm sorry, y'all. You know something? There's something called ChatGPT. ChatGPT. I can't even fucking talk. And if you were to put this in ChatGPT and be like, "Can you please fix this for me?"
Do it. See what
And like,
see what comes up when you do it.
let's see. Be like, "Can you please grammatically fix this for me?" Yo, ChatGPT will do it for free. For free. All right, let's see. Please, please fix this. Literally. Okay, well, ChatGPT didn't fix it, but she's giving advice.
Gives advice. I
It
love
says, it
it.
sounds like you've been through a lot and your situation is quite complex. Here are a few thoughts on how to approach this. Reflect on your feelings. Take some time to think about what you truly want. Are you ready to move on, or do you want to explore the possibility of rekindling your relationship? Communication. If you're open to it, have an honest conversation with her about your feelings and concerns. Share what you've noticed that you don't like and see how she responds. Yo, ChatGPT, she's a therapist,
I'm about
muchacha.
to be real honest. Like, I'm about to cut this part out because it kind of sounds like everybody gonna go to Chat GBT and just fucking type their
No,
emails and
do
things
not
in
cut the,
there,
no, no,
and they're
no,
not gonna come to us. I'm no therapist, first of all. Let
no,
me
don't
start
cut
there.
this out because
But
honestly, I have heard of people saying like, "Yo,
that's
ChatGPT is my
crazy.
therapist." It says set boundaries, focus on co-parenting, consider your needs, seek support. Yo, I don't even gotta say nothing because ChatGPT said it all. But I want to talk about the focus on co-parenting. It says since you share a son, prioritize healthy co-parenting. Make sure your relationship is stable for his sake, regardless of whether you decide to pursue a romantic relationship. All right, all jokes aside, I agree with that one.
Type in there, how to
Like,
co-parent dogs.
it was definitely not a dog.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
No, like ChatGPT got an answer for everything. But I mean, being together for someone for almost 6 years and then they break up with you after your father passes away. That's crazy. Like this is literally the worst timing for you to do this. Not that you have to stick through, but it's like, come on, like
You couldn't do this shit 3 weeks
have
ago.
some decency. Have some decency.
Mm.
Like, oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, but that's how you know they're not for you. I mean, I don't know if you're still with her because I'm a little confused, but like, if someone's not there for you literally during your toughest times, your parents are sick, someone passes away, like, that's how you know. And like the way that they treat you during that time, how they care for you, how attentive they are, what the things that they say to you, like, it's like that. I feel like you really gotta like pay attention to that. Like when you're going through a rough time, I know that there's some people that they just don't know how to comfort somebody, but I feel like if
Yeah.
you've been with someone for 6 years, it's like you should know that by now, you know.
Do you feel like we've
It's
been through our worst
tragic.
times yet?
I feel like there's been some deaths on your side of the family, but I haven't experienced anything crazy.
Damn. Now I think about it, we have been together since I've had 2 deaths since we've been together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. But that's like normal for you,
Sadly.
sadly.
Very sadly.
I feel like for me, it's like we only had one death, and that was like terrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, you've been to the hospital with me plenty times.
Boy.
Surgeries.
So many to count.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm just a really good supporter.
All right. Let's go through another one. My girlfriend of 3 years recently broke up with me to try things out with her ex, which is the guy. It didn't work out, so now she's trying to come back. This is like the 5th time that I know about that she's talking to someone on the side. After all those times, I forgave her, but this one just hit different, and now I want to break that cycle and move on. Work on myself, be in my healthy girl era. She says she fucked up and wants me back, but I'm completely done. I've had enough. I want better for myself, but we have 4 months left on the lease, and she wants me to stay for at least the rest of those months. What should I do? Love you guys. Love you too. I'm laughing because this is the second time I had to read this. But she broke up with you to get back with her ex, a man. And now she wants us to stay on the lease so she don't have to pay the full amount? Like, no, girl, you broke up with me. Tell your man to pay the half. What the fuck?
Oh shit.
Like, what do you think this is?
Yeah, that's
And then it's
asking for
like,
a
this
little
is
too
like
much.
the 5th time that you doing wild shit.
Yeah, you lost me at
¿Qué?
5.
Like,
That's crazy.
no, literally, just let her figure out the lease shit. Who gives a fuck? Is that mean?
No. I mean,
Like, all
ah.
right, like, I get it. Like, that shit sucks, but like, guess you have to work overtime. Like, bro, like, I'm not even trying to be rude or anything, but it's like, you broke up with her. You shouldn't have broke up with her. Hello.
Yeah, you
To
blew
get
that
back
one.
with your ex. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Y'all been together for so long. I mean, there, you know, there's probably things missing in the story too, for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit scares me. The whole I'm a real estate agent and I help a lot of gay couples find units. And I'm like, I hope y'all don't break up because it is not cheap, you know, to pay this rent by yourself. At least in Jersey. I don't know where you guys are from, but a 1-bedroom minimum in a nice area. In a nice area is like
It's not cheap.
2,000 something.
People,
And that's just rent, like no utilities.
listen. Just live at home. First of all,
just break that lease. Break the lease.
I'm crying. Not just break the lease. I mean, my experience was different. I stood home. Like, I could have moved out, but I stayed living home with my mom. Because I just felt like, why am I going to pay rent somewhere when I'm barely home, right? I was
But
like,
okay, but this is the thing. People want to get away from their parents.
I understand that. But I feel like you should live by yourself before moving in with a partner. So what I was saying was that I stood home because it wasn't the biggest priority for me to live by myself. It was for me. Like, I wanted to be out on my own, but I was like, you know what? I'm having fun. Let me enjoy the fun that I'm having without the extra responsibility of living by myself, paying for rent and stuff like that. So that was my logic at the time. And then obviously when we met and our relationship got serious, that's when it was like, okay, like, I'm ready to move out. But you were living by yourself before I met you. Mm-hmm. So like, you kind of know what that is, what that's like. And I feel like you kind of always had that thing, because you moved out of home fairly earlier in your life. But I say that to say that, some people be getting into these situations where they're moving in with partners and it just doesn't work out.
But I also have another tip with that, right? Let's say you number one, you don't have the luxury to live at home, because I didn't have the luxury to live at home. There was no space. But you kind of have to be smart. Like, okay, let's say you and your partner are together. Y'all want to move out, whatever, honeymoon phase. You should look into apartments where if you guys broke up, you can afford that rent by yourself. Like, don't go into this fancy, crazy apartment that's super expensive and like, yeah, both of you together, it doesn't make it that expensive. But it's like, if things don't work out and one person's staying here and then they have to pay the full thing by themselves, it's kind of hard.
And not even off the strength of, if things don't work out. If your partner loses their job.
Oh, that too.
Can you afford it? Because, I mean, unfortunately, we did experience that where you did lose your job. And we were probably like not even into a year of us living together when it happened. Yeah. But, luckily that rent was nothing. So we were more than well off. But even now, that's how we think. It's like, yeah, we want to get into like, you know, but we still think like, okay, well, what does our finances look like? And job wise, would we be better off, or how are we well prepared if something like that happened? Because you never know when that's gonna happen.
Right. Another thing that you should think about is like maybe having 2 rooms because of things like this. Because it's like there's so many couples that break up and still live together, but at least you have your own room.
Oh my God, I want to do
Or
an episode on that. I'm gonna
what?
figure out the statistics of how many people still live together after
Yeah.
being broken up.
Yeah, it happens all the time, even with straight couples.
If you guys got stories, send it to someone to know. Maybe
Right.
that'll be our next episode.
Yeah, that's a good one. So at least you guys have your own room. Also, like, let's say y'all break up or whatever, but you have two rooms, you could get a roommate to, stay in the other room. That way you're not breaking your lease or whatever the case is. So
Yeah.
just little things to think about, like, so you're not running into a situation like this, It's crazy. Okay. There's another one, but I don't know if you want to get into that.
What is it?
You want to read it? I don't want to read
Is it long?
It's not long, but like
Let me see.
the questions are coming in hilarious. Maybe I just have the giggles because it's so late.
So it says, OMG, I just figured out what the yoni egg bullshit is. This dirty bee had a yeast infection and used some egg shit that melts in your lady parts to cure your infection. She used some Monistat eggs. It's a 3-day treatment. I found out because a friend of mine recently had one and she showed me the eggs. Forget digging for gold. She had me digging for fungus. Oh my God.
Oh my God. So to give some context, there was a family meeting.
Hold on, I'm not done. Ew, I feel completely violated. This stone bee basically sleeped me? Stealthed me? What do you think? Stealth? I guess. Anyway, we have talked about the whole yoni egg thing or something. Somebody said that before.
So we had gotten a question, or I forgot what was the thing, but we were cracking up because the girl said that, like, was it that she went down on her and then she found like a yoni egg? I don't know. It was some crazy stuff. We were cracking up because we were like, what is going on?
That? Yeah, like, why is there stones in your vagina?
Yeah, but I've heard of that before, like to cure like a yeast infection.
Yikes.
I don't understand why she wouldn't say that though. Like, hey, I cannot do anything sexually. Like, I'm going through something right now. I'm sick. She's sick right now, so I can't do anything.
I'm sick.
Like, girl, you should not. No, that's so bad. You're gonna make the yeast infection worse. Wow.
All right, so before we did this real quick, I wanted to do a quick little funny fun. Who's most likely to? So I actually found a list of shit that I'll ask her. Let's see what she says. No, but I do want to do a full episode like this. So like, if you guys, I always remember how, some of the listeners were saying like, oh, we want to get to know you guys a little bit more, because obviously the things that we talk about, other than, we give you guys some personal things, and other than our personal experiences, we always kind of base off of some type of research or something that we do to bring up conversation. But I feel like, to get a little bit more personal, we'll let you guys ask us the questions if you wish. I guess it really depends if we get any responses to that. But if you have any like who's most likely to questions that you want me and Dayra to answer, shoot your shot.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll go over it. But to start, I'll read one that's already kind of pre-done. Who's most likely to write love letters or leave cute notes for the other?
I feel like I used to do that. So I would say me, but then I would say you too. I don't know. What do you think?
It's definitely me. But yeah, you did. She had these little cards that were like, I don't know, what were they?
They look like little playing cards, but like they had like really funny, cute sayings for like your partner.
It was, yeah, so she would write notes on it. So I think it was made like that.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like note cards, but they're cute little message note cards. And she would just like write something. And She would leave it in like cute little places. Like one time she gave me a shirt with the thing on it. One time she packed me a lunch with a note in it. Like cute little things. So I guess I would say both of us. Who's more likely to be the one to suggest going on a double date with other couples? Her all the time. She'd be like, "Yeah, we should start up a double date. We should."
What's
Blah,
the
blah, blah.
problem?
I'm
We
like,
need to make more
girl,
friends. Love that.
I do need more
It is
friends
definitely
though.
me.
Where my mask friends at? I need some friends.
And that's why we gotta go on double dates.
No, because I don't want to. I don't want to double date.
Why?
I don't mind double dating. I'm not saying it like I don't want to,
Uh-huh.
but I feel like I don't want to always be in a situation where we double dating.
Well, no, not always. You know, I don't like that. But like in the
Yeah.
first few times, yeah,
I'm stingy with my friends.
I see that.
I miss my friends. Who's more likely to have a bit of competitive streak in games or sports?
You.
Obviously. Who's more likely to enjoy indulging in guilty pleasure TV shows? I don't like this question.
I like to watch Love is Blind.
Very true. Who's more likely to be the sentimental one, keeping mementos and memories?
You. She a hoarder.
I don't know what she's talking about. I don't hoard shit. Who's more likely to take the lead in public speaking or presentations? That's literally your job. So
No, but sometimes I do look to you to be like, can you please? I really don't want to talk.
Who's more likely to steer the conversation towards deep and philosophical topics?
Diablo, that's not how you say it.
That's definitely not how you say it, but like
philosophical.
There you go. Woo. All right.
You know I will mess that up if I read that too.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we both do.
Yeah. Who's more likely to be the one to introduce the other to new music or artists?
You.
Yeah. I love music. Who's more likely to plan extravagant date nights or romantic getaways?
Me.
You fucking lied.
Me. I am the planner.
Plan is one thing, but girl, I would say that that's both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Who's more likely to enjoy DIY projects and crafts?
I think we both do.
Who's more likely to take charge in planning household chores and responsibilities?
Me.
You. I just do them when I want to do them. But like, I don't know. She always on go. Who's more likely to be the first to notice any changes in the relationship dynamic?
I think you.
This is true. Who's more likely to... Oh, I just read that. Who's more likely to be the one to suggest trying new cuisines?
I think you.
Who's more likely to surprise the other with breakfast in bed?
Maybe you. Maybe.
Who's more likely to be... What? Who's more likely to prefer cozy nights in rather than going out?
I don't know.
I think sometimes we're like that. But I won't say like either of us for sure, because I feel like we both like going out too. Who's more likely to enjoy spending time outdoors?
You.
Oh my God, I love it. I be wanting to be outside so bad.
She love being outside.
I love being outside. Who's more likely to be the one to initiate deep conversations or debates?
What kind of debates?
I don't know. I mean, I'm always down to get into deep conversations. Or like, I feel like we have debates. I think sometimes I try to bring up conversations that maybe spark a little bit of debating because, again, I like to get people's perspective.
Yeah, we like watching these YouTube videos where they debate on
like it's called Jubilee or something. Yeah.
Debate on everything.
Yeah.
It's really good. That was cute. Well, hopefully y'all stayed to the end and didn't fall asleep. But I like that. That was cute. You have anything else? Oh, we still have open spots for Thailand if y'all trying to come. So they're linked in our bio. We're going to Thailand, July 2025. A las buenas o a las malas, we will be there.
With that, what's that?
Like we'll be there no matter what.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Deuce, deuce, mother goose.
Bye.